challenging discussion.
How can companies integrate CSR effectively into their corporate strategy? And how can they make their CSR work for business?
Corporate social responsibility vision is in link with the business vision. We take it as seriously as a business proposal.
Institute of Directors present 10th International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility.
I would like to tell you and share with you all that I think once again the media in this country is rising up to its own social responsibility.
Also the presentation of the prestigious Golden Peacock Awards this weekend only on Times Now.
Highlight the importance of incorporating effective CSR to improve the competitiveness of businesses, the Institute of Directors held the 10th International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility at Mumbai's Taj Lands End. The evening saw a gathering of thinkers, decision makers and leaders from the business fraternity from around the world, coming together and deliberating upon the essentials for corporate governance strategies that can help companies connect with the masses effectively. The inaugural session of IOD International Conference on CSR saw eminent speakers giving their views on the importance of CSR and why it must be embedded into the corporate strategy.
Now I will request and call upon Lieutenant General J.S. Ahluwalia to please deliver his welcome address.
It is the apex organization of corporate directors, the only one in India in which we are looking after, trying to look after since 1990 when it was set up, nearly 25 and a half years back, about how to raise the standard of directors, how to keep them updated, how to improve the effectiveness of corporate boards in which they are functioning. And it is with this that we conduct all this networking and training and various other activities of the IOD towards this end, because that is what our membership really demands.
I now request Dr. R. Sitaraman, the Group Chief Executive Officer of Doha Bank, to please say a few words. Dr. Sitaraman.
We live in a changing world. The world is changing on account of globalization. The world is also changing on account of re-regulation. What was once described as deregulation has become re-regulation. Technology and consumerism is redefining this world. More than ever, we are in a defining moment. Even after 7 years of financial crisis, we haven't achieved the sustainable global growth. CSR into corporate strategy is not an option. It is an integral part of your concerted vision and execution. And that's what we need to articulate. We have to recognize we live in an interconnected, interdependent world. Global citizenship, forget about territorial integrity. Today's world, with globalization, re-regulation, technology, we come in a world which is interconnected. We have one citizenship, global citizenship, one dignity, humanity. And that's what we need to articulate. That's precisely the reason why corporate boardroom have to come to terms.
Thank you, Dr. Sitaraman. I now request Shri S. Chakravarti, the Chief Executive, Innovative Financial Advisors, to please say a few words. Shri Chakravarti, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kapoor. To all the dignitaries on the dais and to all the eminent people here in this conference, a very, very warm and a good morning to all of you. I cannot be financially more technical than what Dr. Sitaraman has just elucidated. That was extensive in its nature and the passion was just getting reflected through his intensity. We are a very dynamic country. If you we just go 1 kilometer to the left and right from this great palatial hotel, you will realize that the dynamics of this country change so fast. Although, what I strongly believe from day one of the functioning in this sector that I had a privilege and an opportunity to operate upon is that figures and statistics do take care of themselves very well. And there is a lot of big data that is happening all left and right. But unless and until that data, that intent is not aligned with emotions, it doesn't actually see a lot of motion in place. You would realize that 88% of the companies who are currently involved in CSR, as on date, after the arrival of the Companies Act, 88% of those companies actually were operational in corporate social responsibility work, much beyond 5% or 2% mandates, much before the law actually came into force. You know, the change that corporate social responsibility brings about is not the volume of money. It may be 1,000 crore to 25,000 crore, it's been debated. Some say it's 22,000, some say it's 25,000. You know, the problem is that we get stuck up with the volume. It is not the volume. If you look at one small department of the government of India, they have 3 times the budget of the total CSR volume that is coming in for their annual expenditure. So you cannot match the government institutions as far as volumes is concerned. So let's get that out of our head. What the government or the institutions expect is that the way you implement this money brings about a change.
Thank you, Shri Chakravarti. Before I request the gracious Shri Rajshri Birla ji to deliver her chief guest address, I request Lord Raj Lumba, Member House of Lords, UK Parliament, founder and chairman, the Lumba Foundation UK, to please say a few words. Lord Lumba.
Let me start by asking, what is the definition of corporate social responsibility? We talk a lot about it, but we need to know what is the definition of it. In my opinion, basically it is the continuing commitment by business to behave ethically and contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families, as well as of the local community and society at large. In simple words, it is giving back or philanthropy. Very confidently, I can say that the Indians care for their brothers and sisters. They care for their families, they care for their communities, and they care for their country. Indeed, we have an outstanding record of giving back to society. Nationalism has been mutually articulated both by the diaspora and the country of origin. In an era of accelerated globalization, the relationship between diaspora and the economic and social development of India is quite relevant. One of the most important ways that Indian diaspora contributed to their land of origin is through philanthropic engagement in many areas. In recent years, Indian diaspora philanthropic engagement with India has been growing fast, thanks to the success of Indians abroad, especially in Europe.
I'd now request Srimati Rajshri Birla ji, the gracious chairperson, Aditya Birla Center for Community Initiatives and Rural Development, Aditya Birla Group.
In the context of the theme, let me say that CSR is fast becoming a business strategy. It is moving far beyond the realm of just reaching out to the marginalized. It is increasingly becoming a strategy which is distinctly linked with underlying business objectives and to the organization's competencies. So what is happening is the CSR is working on 2 fronts, side by side, through creating business value and fostering positive social change. And in doing so, the CSR mandate is linked automatically into the corporate strategy. This is a positive development on all counts, and it is highly sustainable given that the CSR objectives and the financial goals feed on one another.
See, it is a two-way traffic. When you are actually promoting your CSR activities as per the mandate, you are also learning from it, learning the social reality. And if you are actually aligning yourself, with the social reality, then in the long run, your profitability improves, your risk reduces, and investor confidence increases.
We have a very rich set of people and a lower set of people who need to get up in terms of education, in terms of quality of life. Therefore, social responsibility, especially by the corporates, is very, very important, but it should not just be restricted to corporates. I think every citizen needs to have his fair share of social responsibility.
I think it's a very exciting time for CSR for us because we really want to do what people want, and the array of things that CIDCO has laid out, we believe in what's called a cafeteria approach. Do what people want, not what company decides is good for the people.
I think such platforms not only educate, but these are platforms which provide a collaborative framework, So we are able to meet 10 other people, and there are collaborations that get born through such platforms. So I think it's very important, and they're really doing a commendable job.
We are so happy to be here and win this important award for us. It gives us, a new opportunity to add more in CSR sector from Dubai Customs, internally and externally.
CSR has become a part of the strategy of the company. I think such conferences are quite useful because we can then combine ideas and form partnerships to work together.
International Conference on CSR organized by IOD to highlight the importance of effective integration of corporate social responsibility into businesses saw eminent speakers from various countries sharing their CSR initiatives.
Recently, companies view to CSR is shifting from do good to look good to also make good and do well. Now, the development of CSR as concept and implementation is improving in quality as well as in quantity.
You may be a financial company, or you may be a company building roads, but if the national priority says that you must generate employment, skill people, or you must undertake projects in healthcare or whatever, then I think the right course of action is to spend your 2% in those national priorities. You've got 98% to spend on your stakeholders, your shareholders, and your brand building. That is, I think, what the need of the hour today is.
CSR is a very, very noble thing. It is a very important thing. And this is really doing very well in last few years. Because CSR before, मतलब कुछ social responsibility को खाली अन्न दान, कपड़ा दान, इन चीज़ों से जोड़ा गया है बहुत सालों तक. हम लोग सोचते हैं मंदिर या मस्जिद के बाहर कुछ दान कर दिया तो हमारा सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ख़त्म हो गया. But this CSR is taken in a different fashion now, and it is not limited to giving away food or clothes or some books to the poor kids. It is something very beyond that. It includes capacity building, it includes increasing livelihood of poor, providing them with all these people who are lacking so much in life. So I really expect your helping hands, and I do confirm and give you this confidence being in government. Anything, any CSR activity you want government's help, we are always there. I really, really thank all these people who have invited and given me this great honor. and I expect more relations from government and CSR front. Thank you so much.
This convention is essentially for corporate social responsibility, CSR initiatives. This is very important. There is need in the society and the earnings are very less in the underprivileged section. And therefore, we need to augment efforts in community skill buildings, community human resource development, in community education, in community health services, many other things. We need to take it up further. I think CSR as a role, it needs to be done scientifically. It is not just that 2% we have to give and therefore we must give somewhere. No, there has to be a vision, a mission for CSR activities of each company. And as many can come together, share their ideas, share their best practices, rate the agencies through which we can work, and then we can work to the full satisfaction. And therefore, today's 2 days conclave is a very important one. I wish this conclave all the best.
Every year, the Institute of Directors confers Distinguished Fellowship Award on eminent personalities for their outstanding contribution to public service and society.
Thank you very much, sir. To Pankaja Munde, Vijay Karia, General Aluwalia, and to everyone at the Institute of Directors, it's a great honor to receive this award and to be with you here this evening. I feel that I'm truly blessed to be at a time in this country when through our journalism, we are making our democracy more meaningful and more participative for a lot of Indians. We are here in this business not for ratings anymore. We are here to make a change. And since the theme of your conference is corporate social responsibility, I would like to tell you and share with you all that I think once again, the media in this country is rising up to its own social responsibility that goes beyond anything, beyond viewership, beyond readership, beyond profits. What we are doing is for society, so I seek your help. This honor means a lot, but I seek your support, your encouragement, and your indulgence for whatever I will do in the future. Thank you so much.
I'm quite humbled and honored by the bestowal of this award, which is a gift wrapped with a message that continue to work, continue to be rooted for people, and continue to be not disturbed by any kind of events or incidents that would alter the determination and the commitment all of us have for this country.
I am deeply honored to receive this distinguished fellowship conferred by Institute of Directors. I am associated with Institute of Directors for last few years when I joined this airport business. And during this period, I have observed that Institute is engaged with a lot of big companies. About 35 to 40,000 executives in various companies are associated with the Institute, not only in India, but abroad. I am really thankful to the IOD for conferring this distinguished award on me. Thank you.
Friends, now we come to the famed Golden Peacock Awards function. And I'll request Mrs. Munde to give away the Golden Peacock Awards to the winners amongst the corporates. The Golden Peacock Global Award for Corporate Social Responsibility. The first winner is Dubai Customs, the government category. Janab Khalil Sakir bin Garib, Director Corporate Communications from the UAE. Winner of the Golden Peacock Award for CSR in the IT category is Cisco Systems USA. Mr. Praveen Vasudeva, Workplace Resources Senior Manager, is here to receive the award in person. Next winner is IRPC Company Limited Thailand in the petrochemical sector, and Ms. Monvipa Chupiban, Executive Vice President Corporate Affairs, is here from Thailand. The next winner is SanDisk Corporation USA in the category Software. Mr. Sripad Gopal Rao, the Senior Director, is here to receive the award in person. In the category Consultancy, and Ms. Kshitija Krishnaswamy, Director Corporate Citizenship India, is here to receive the award in person. The next winner is Yes Bank Limited, Bombay, in the category Financial Sector, Banking, that's private. Ms. Namita Vikas, Group President and Country Head. The next winner is Mahanagar Gas Limited, Bombay, and Mr. Rajiv Mathur, Managing Director in the category Gas, is here to receive the award in person. The next winner is Max India Foundation, New Delhi, in the category Healthcare, and Ms. Mohini Daljit Singh, the Chief Executive. She is here to receive the award. Next winner is Dell International Services Private Limited, Bangalore, in the category IT. Mr. Rajiv Kapoor, Executive Director, and his team members here to receive the award. The next winner is Reliance Industries Limited, Bombay, in the category Petrochemicals. Mr. Jitendra Kalra, CEO, Reliance Foundation. The next winner is DLF Foundation, Gurgaon, and in the category Real Estate and Construction. Lieutenant General Rajinder Singh, CEO. First winner of the Golden Peacock HR Excellence Award is WNS Global Services Limited, Bombay, in the category of BPO. Mr. Keshav Mulge, CEO and Chairman, National BPNL Council, is here to receive Union Bank of India, Bombay, in the financial sector banking. Mr. R.R. Mohanty, General Manager HR, and his team are here. Next winner, Sterlite Copper, a unit of Vedanta Tuticorin, in the category Mining and Metallurgy. And Ms. Roma Balwani, President Group Communications, CSR and Sustainability, Vedanta Limited. JSW Infrastructure Limited, Bombay, in the category Transportation Port.
I think one of the key things which every company wants to know is where should they put the CSR capital for maximum impact.
I think they're very relevant. These platforms really give all these people who are the influencer community to come together. How can they overcome it and how can they share best practices?